Welcome, everybody, to the LIPSEY'S Aim Higher podcast, SHOT Show 2024 edition. I'm Rob Aberzino, Jason Kloster. We have Adam Ruonala from Canik and Century with us today. Welcome.
Thank you, brother.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, Adam's like our most, I think, consistent guest on the podcast.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you've been on more than any other.
I'm basically like an honorary host at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. You
Yeah.
actually could take it over if you'd like.
You totally could.
That's
man.
what I need is more things to do.
Yeah, right.
So we were just talking about Adam and wanted a nice, quiet dinner here in Vegas alone for his birthday Sunday when he arrived. Steak and wine, and things got quickly out of hand. As usual, as it goes at this
Yes,
show.
weird. It never happens in Vegas, And let's be honest, you can hear the ambient noise even in our head. Nothing is quiet in Vegas either.
No,
so,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
So big day for you, big day for everybody. Start of the SHOT Show, but in particular, you kicked something brand new off today, man.
Yeah,
Let's hear it, bro.
It's always a strong undertaking to kick off the first day of SHOT Show with a new product. It's what we like to do usually every year.
Yeah.
Last year was the Rival S and the MC9.
Yep.
And this year was something kind of a whole nother level. So about a year and a half ago, we decided we wanted to do our next collaboration. So our next big partnership with one of the big industry leaders. And so we really wanted to pick somebody that was very innovative in what they did.
Yeah.
And who better than Taran Tactical Innovation. So we partnered up with Taran Butler to create the next combat.
Wow.
So today at 9:30 this morning, we went live with the launch video, and announced it in the booth that we now have the Canik TTI Combat.
Wow.
Which will go live to consumers in April, middle to end of April, and will be shipping to dealers from you guys to dealers beginning of April.
That's
Excellent.
Right. Cool. What are some of the features on this gun?
Yeah. So it's a completely newly designed gun. So it has some of the looks of some of our race guns like the Rival and the Rival S.
Yeah.
But what it is basically Taran said, hey, I love what Canik's done. I love the results they've had with some of your professional shooters like Nils Jonassen. I love I shoot it. I have a lot of people that believe in it and talk to me about it. But I want to do a couple things to make it my own. And we said, naturally, that's what we want you to do.
Right.
So, starting from the ground up, the biggest thing is we redesigned the frame a little bit to give it, he wanted a little bit more weight in the front to keep that muzzle rise down even more. He redesigned the external mag well a little bit to make it a little smaller. He incredibly redesigned the grip texturing, so it's insanely aggressive.
Yeah.
Almost to the point when you first get it, you're like, whoa. But
Really?
it's unbelievable. Once you start shooting it, you get a little sweaty or you're moving around. It's amazing how well it holds.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool feature. He redesigned the beaver tail to give it that, like I said, that focus to the front. He did some sights. He changed the sights up.
Yeah.
So redesigned the rear sight, brought it in a little bit, and then the front sight is actually a very thin with an optic or with a light in there to draw in that sunlight.
fiber optic.
Yeah, fiber optic.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. I was stumbling. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself there. Yeah.
Adam's a real product guy.
Yeah. It's got one of them green thingies in the front. Yeah, but no, fiber optic front sight, but it's open on the top to bring in the sunlight. So he really wanted that quick sight acquisition.
Yeah.
Incredibly aggressive slide serrations, and it's a ported slide. So now all kinds of crazy cuts on it. It's a Taran gun.
Right.
That we put in the Rival, the aluminum diamond cut, 90-degree break Rival trigger. And then he started getting really crazy with it. He was like, all right, now I want a fluted barrel. We're like, yeah, we can do that. He's like, I want it ported. We're like, I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, I want it ported, and I want a proprietary comp. I want you guys to design one on there that doesn't take threads, that locks in.
Wow.
So it actually has a proprietary compensator that starts at an angle, put it on, rotate it in with just the Canik punch, and it locks in with the lever on the front. And it goes over, it latches into the barrel, and then it actually with a small cut on the top of the barrel that's not all the way through, and then also has the portings that line up with the comp.
Wow.
So the compensator. And it reduces, we actually had it outside tested, it reduces muzzle rise by 25%.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, so then it also comes with a +3 Taran TTI base pad, a +0 aluminum base pad for to drop, 2 18-round magazines, all the normal bells and whistles that a Canik has in that hard case that the Rival S came in, customized with his bronze and all. and then it comes with a TTI holster with knobs for like retention adjustment. It's actually got a really cool outline on the holster, so when you put the gun in, it still looks like the gun. So you see the serrations, you see the trigger outline.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Really neat little touch.
I'm glad you brought one.
Yeah, they're all being used right now. Yeah, that's called do it in post, Rob.
Yeah,
Come on. Yeah.
Right.
So
Where's the B-roll?
yeah, then they were gonna do a. We got the coin. You got to have the John Wick
gotta-
coin.
I was gonna ask. I'm like, there's
So,
always
yeah.
something cool.
It's
in
got to
a
have the
Canik
cool
box.
coin. They got the cool gold coin in there. It comes in a protective case. All this, and the really neat thing is, I mean, I have a Combat Master. I'm not gonna knock it. I want a Viper. We all do. But the reality is, I can't justify spending $5,000 on another pistol.
Right.
But even like if you go buy a Glock 17. He's putting $700 in it. Then you got to send it off to him. It's $2,000 to get him to stipple it and do all the cool things that he does.
Right.
And you're waiting 2 years. I mean, that's just reality. That's the popularity.
And you
of it.
voided your factory warranty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it's an awesome gun, but it's $2,500 just to get started.
Yeah.
We wanted to make something that was attainable to the everyday man, so we priced it at $949.99.
Wow.
So
That's aggressive.
That's a lot.
And,
That's that's a lot of features, I should say. Let me finish the sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, packed into that gun for under $1,000.
And the
man.
cool thing is, so people obviously love the Rival S. The Rival S has been a very successful product for it, but it's been tough for us to make it anywhere close to the demand level.
Yeah.
And it's because it's a steel frame gun. It's something we're still learning. We did well with it, but we're just still learning it.
Yeah.
We know how to do polymer striker fire pistols.
Right.
And so we did this, and we said, hey, this one actually has even more feature sets than even the Rival S.
Yeah.
Rival S is a steel frame gun, so it's, what do you like, apples and oranges?
Right.
But we said, part of the thing that makes it so attractive to the dealers, the demand for it and the margin they can make on it.
Right.
So we priced this at the exact same pricing structure as the Rival S. So it's $949 MSRP. Dealer's going to be able to get it from you guys at the same price they get a Rival S for.
Yeah.
So they already know their built-in margin. They're going to do well with it. And the really cool thing is that, so it's going to launch end of April. April the 21st is actually the goal we're going for right now. So it'll ship to them early April from you guys. You guys got a really significant share of the launch.
As we should.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys
as-
have been an amazing partner with us for many years. You guys have believed in us when we came to you and said, hey, this is going to work. And with you and your dealers are part of the reason we're able to have the time, the effort, and the know-how and the financial capabilities to invest in new things. So we're going to make that sure that.
Well, Canik's been, we look at the ascent of that line.
Oh,
and,
gosh.
we look at the stats. I think maybe it was the NESGW show this year. We're walking up and Adam, you realize like you're in a,
Yeah.
and you're in the upper echelon of lines for
Right.
us now, and we're like, what? It's really hard to believe. But the gun, we never get them back.
Yeah.
We never have any QC issues. We never have any problems. Dealers love them. They make good money on them. It's one of those lines. It's really just on cruise control.
Yeah.
And you continue to come out with really cool products.
That's a huge part of it.
And partnering up, and you're not scared to try something different.
Yeah.
And
God, the
it's,
Miami Vice guns and all that. I mean, just
Yeah, we have the new signature series that you
signature
guys
series, the
with the
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, and you guys are doing well with that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I love when somebody goes, "I don't like that." Cool, it's not for everybody.
Right.
That's why there's only that's why there was only 5,000 of them ever made.
Right.
right.
Like
Yeah.
it's not.
That's why we make more than vanilla ice cream.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's been a great partnership, man. It's really, and it's flourished over these last few years. So, we love seeing you. You're down pretty regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to try to come see you guys soon. And we've got some really, really cool stuff coming up middle of the year too that we're going to debut at NRA show.
Nice.
I always end up saying too much with you guys, but let's just say, the MC9 was a very, very successful launch for us. You guys have an exclusive.
Yeah.
You have your bronze MC9s.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually own one. I love it.
Yeah.
But there's always more, as we've seen some of our competitors do, that you can do to that style of gun and that platform.
Nice.
To make it more
He's great with the teasers.
more
man.
widely burst.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I got
Especially for guys that might have a bigger hand like me,
Oh.
but still want that concealability.
Nice.
So there's
People
a lot
who
of cool
are
stuff.
interested in macroeconomics.
Hypothetically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for XL guys, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're really excited about that.
What else did you debut anything else at the show? I know that's the big splash in combat.
So Canik, we did that. We also actually came out with, so one of the other really cool things with that gun is Taran said, hey, love it or hate it, I'm a big Trijicon SRO guy. He loves that big window, the 6 MOA, and so he wanted that gun to actually take it, but then also sit at low profile, so it'll co-witness and not have that huge elevator rise that is. So we were able to create something to do that.
Cool.
Well, while we did, we also launched, if we're going to do that, we're going to launch our optic. So we launched the MO3. And now, LIPSEY'S done very, very well with the MO1 and the MO2, which is our shield and kind of like vortex styles of optics. Now the MO3 is coming in. It's the largest for that style. It's the largest face on any optic there with a 6 MOA. Motion activated, motion sensed, on and off. But now we actually found that a lot of people they don't want a little computer to tell them how bright they want their optic. I'm that way. I can barely see half the time.
Right.
So now you can actually manually adjust that. Batteries on top. So which is a big deal nowadays.
Nobody wants to take their optic off and have to resight it in.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm just like, fine, I'm not going to run an optic anymore. Half the time. And then it's got this really cool housing system that protects that glass. It's a really neat thing. And it's coming in at $250.
Wow, fantastic.
Retail,
man.
It's going to retail $250. So and then again for the dealer, that's an accessory line. Accessories are where you make your money.
Right.
So you guys actually picked it up today. So you'll have that pretty soon to offer as well. So we're really excited about that. That's good. And then on the Century side, we teased some pretty cool stuff too. If you want to talk about it for a second.
Yeah, sure.
We showed a 5.56 AK.
Wow.
On American-made 5.56 AK, a 5.45. Yeah, I know the ammo is expensive, but some people just love it. So we're not thinking.
Well, some people have a bunch of it piled up.
Exactly. So we're not thinking we're going to sell 50,000 a month of those, but we want to be able to complete that portfolio. So we offer both of those, and then the third AK. For so long, Century is focused on their bread and butter was the budget AK.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But what we found is some people actually truly appreciate the effort and the time that Century's put into this game.
Yeah.
They were one of the OGs and really bringing the American-made AK. And we found that out, and there was success we had like a Thunder Ranch AK with Clint Smith that did really well. We had a second one of this. And John Sharps approached us, and we just released our Sharps Brothers AK.
Wow, cool.
So milled Sharps receiver,
with
some really cool features on a brand new rail system that we just released on the U.S. Palm side.
Come on in, Lori.
Real cool, just a real cool setup. So it's a really neat opportunity for us to kind of dive into a little bit more of the high-end, the performance side of the AK. So we released those, and then also an AP5L. So the AP5, obviously the roller delay blowback, the MP5 clones have done huge for us.
Yeah.
But now we said, all right, with the brace uncertainty, some people are still on that fence of do I want to buy a pistol configuration and have myself all of a sudden unjustly be called a felon in them.
Right.
So we released a rifle edition. So 16-inch barrel with the stock on a roller delay.
Will that be a fixed stock or a collapsible?
We have both. So both options are going to be available. So, you got the rifle configuration now, so you don't have to wear that. And it's kind of interesting seeing that with that long barrel. But you get out there and shoot it, and you're like, man, this thing is fun.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, we may do one in the future that's going to have, like, the faux suppressor on there with a shroud and stuff like that. It looks cool, but for me, I'm kind of a traditionalist. If I'm going to have that on there, I want it to be quiet.
Right.
So we do offer this, and it's going to be exciting, and we're going to have that out very soon too. So some cool
fantastic.
stuff.
That's awesome.
Hustling, dude.
Trying, man.
Always hustling.
Trying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming by and making a few minutes for us.
You guys are amazing. Honestly, I genuinely enjoy spending time with you guys, and I tell you, I don't think there's a better group out there to represent our brand. I don't think there's a better group out there to truly get the proper information to the dealer set. Anytime we do something with y'all, it's a hit. And
I
we're just
appreciate
excited
that.
about
That's
being
great.
a part of it.
It's good to hear, man. Appreciate that. Take it easy on Jared, though, okay? I mean, he likes you, so,
he just doesn't like Kip.
Well, nobody likes Kip.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, again, thanks for coming by. And, hey, everybody, you know where to find us on social media. And, Adam, rattle off your social medias real quick.
Absolutely. So, CanikUSA.com is our website. Yep. Canik USA is all of our social media platforms. And then, obviously, CenturyArms.com, and Century Arms is our platform there.
Go check out the new guns. Until next time, aim higher.